make you feel? And how does that make you feel? And how does that make you feel? Yeah. Hey, mindful millennials and Gen Z Janesians. Make sure to hit that like button and get ready for another Wild Therapy Thursday. I'm your favorite GSM5 DJ, Dr. Rand-McKay, spinning the tunes of the psyche. Today, we're flipping the vinyl on the Dark Triad. And by the way, if you've watched my videos before, you might already be familiar with these bad boys. Narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. But if you're fresh on the feed, smash that subscribe button, grab your emotional armor, and buckle up. We're about to venture into some heavy psychological weather. The three pesky personalities of the Dark Triad are distinct, but have some overlapping traits, namely, a lack of empathy, hostility towards others, and some offensive vibes. If you come across one of these malevolent mortals, you can expect them to be less agreeable, less compassionate, and more LTTT. Now, don't let the Dark Triad make you hit the sad reactive life. Not everyone who ghosts you or leaves you on red is wielding one of these traits. But if your gut is serving you some piping hot truth tea, sip it, my friends, sip it. Just diagnosed with one of these traits? Don't hit the panic button. You're more than a diagnosis. You're a beautifully complex human with a dash of the dark side. And hey, who doesn't love a bit of mystery, eh? Oh, by the way, remember to hit that notification bell so hard, it'll need therapy. You won't want to miss out when we drop the next truth bomb. Oh, speaking of truth bombs. Hey, self-help slayers. Your favorite glow-up guru here is Dr. Rand-McKay. You better smash that subscribe button now, because I'm working on something that totally hits different. I'm cooking up something big for you guys. A new approach. Extreme therapy. Beyond kick-out-the-cry therapy, more extreme than primal scream therapy, think gun therapy. Dangerous? Absolutely. Exciting? You bet. Scary? Oh yeah. And I can't wait to dive into it with you. Confronting your problems is stressful, folks. It's like wrestling cocaine bear while juggling flaming swords. But hey, no pain, no gain, right? If you want to level up in this game of life, you have to face those boss battles head on. Now, we try the ultimate battle of the brains. So, power up, Psych Squad. Hang on to your hashtag. We're about to redefine therapy. Oh, and by the way, if you want to level up your mental health journey, make sure to drop a heart in the comments, share this video, and let's get this therapy party started. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, just a second. Right. Remember, folks, likes are my love language. So show me some love and push that thumbs up button. Let's do this.
Hey, aren't you the star of Our Lady of Light and Love? Amazing performance. I don't know how you do the characters. I've heard a lot about you. Aurora, right?
Heard I'm the best there is. Do go on. You know, I'm just kidding around. But for real, that is what you've heard, right? I was once called the Mother Teresa of daytime television. And that was by my publicist, but I think it's accurate. Hello. I'm Aurora, star of stage and screen, philanthropist and part-time savior of humanity. I say I was pleased to meet you, but really, everyone's pleased to meet me. I bet you recognize my talents.
for my appointment today.
What? Oh, that is simply unacceptable. My time is very limited. Surely you'll show up for mine.
I doubt it. You must be dealing with someone more important than this.
He's more important than me. I'm joking.
Well, he's kind of a big deal when it comes to influencer, pop psychology, wannabe famous types. You know, we could just wait and see if he shows up. I bet there's plenty we could discuss.
Fine, I suppose I can indulge you for a little while, but you should know, I really don't have much bandwidth for other people's problems. I have to practice some self-care in that regard.
Oh, I completely understand. It's just that I'm a bit worried, or at least I know I should be. He tells us that we need to work on ourselves and try to be good people. I think a good person would want to find out what happened to him. And I'm trying to be better.
Oh, yeah, me too. Trying so hard.
The door is slightly open.
They didn't lock it. Well, that's just asking for trouble.
He sure is. Maybe he just fell asleep and he's taking a nap in there. Maybe he had a heart attack and died. Or maybe he had a stroke and he's just desperately clinging to life, just waiting for someone to rescue him. Want to investigate with me?
Investigate? I really don't want it getting around that I snoop.
Well, there's no one napping in here. She didn't want to come check this out. There's papers. Might be able to find something we could use as leverage against them. Look, I can joke too. Ha ha ha. Oh, gross!
Oh, coming! I'm coming.
So what do you think he's hiding in here?
Well, who knows? Maybe some secret stash of drugs, or maybe some juicy gossip about his other patients. What's his purse, anyway?
Interesting theories. On the desk, that's a gun, right?
Ooh, let me see that. Oh, wow. Now that is a nice piece. Oh, yeah, it must have cost a fortune. It looks so classic.
It's not about the money, my friend. It's about the power of having one of these in your possession. You could use it to intimidate or to protect yourself. Not that it did Randy much good.
You might want to put the safety on that thing. I mean, you wouldn't want to pull an Alec Baldwin. Indiscreet.
Is the safety the thing on the top?
No. It's a red thing. Let's say it's red on prop guns. But even prop guns can misfire and kill people. Do you remember that movie, The Crow?
Only when I want to be depressed. Well, how about you brandish the firearm since you're the expert?
All right. Maybe we should secure it for him. Oh, gross! Oh, no, like, for real gross. What is that on the floor? Oh, it looks like blood.
Blood? That is definitely worth investigating further. Maybe with fame and fortune comes some enemies.
Or maybe he's a murderer. Now that would make things more interesting. His price is sure on murder. You get it, right?
Yes.
Murder.
Excellent. Well done. It's just that we need to find out more information before we start making assumptions. Look at all these drink tickets for that bar down the street.
So what? Maybe Randy enjoys a drink after work.
But so many? Well, I've seen these before. Someone leaves them on my windshield during appointments. Maybe I'll just secure a couple of these for safety. Say, perhaps he's up to some shady business down at that bar down the street. We must investigate further, and I say that could best be done with the help of intoxicants.
Well, Dr. Randy has said that he thinks I'm an alcoholic.
You don't have to drink. It's just about solving a mystery. And what if we solve it? We could have our own true crime podcast.
No! I mean that because I'm an alcoholic, of course I want to go to the bar. It's kind of rude they didn't leave me any drink tickets.
Well, that's because he's decided you have a problem, so he's trying to help you. Right?
Help me. Randy's the guy who claims that I'm an alcoholic and a narcissist. And by the way, I disagree with both diagnoses.
Well, disagreeing with the diagnosis is a classic narcissist move, so you play directly into his hands. Let me guess, you never read anything about your diagnosis. Well, that's classic narcissist trait too, deliciously predictable.
Well, I've skimmed, but it is exhausting reading about all the things that are supposedly wrong with you. But what about you? I mean, do you agree with your diagnosis? What brand of crazy are you?
Well, I don't think they're throwing around the word crazy like they used to. It's considered uncouth.
Well, I thought at least us crazy people could call each other crazy.
Irregardless.
Ah! That's not a real word.
Well, I don't believe in any diagnosis. I think they're just labels people use to try to control each other. If I was going to pick one, I guess Machiavellian at least has a air of distinction to it. Well, it hasn't got the bad reputation as some of the others.
Well, labels can be useful. When they're not applied to me, that is. But, since there's no sign of it, I really don't want to get caught snooping. How about that drink? Just take a seat anywhere. Welcome to Happy's. I'll be your server. What can I get you today?
Oh, we have these drink tickets. Convert these into alcohol for us.
All right, I'll go ahead and convert these into alcohol for you. Wow, you are so generous. I mean, I'm used to getting free drinks, but this is amazing.
Yes, almost too good to be true. But I think there's more to it than just free drinks.
Excuse me? Oh, he's just being ridiculous. Don't listen to him. He can overthink things.
I'm not being ridiculous, just observant, and you seem like the type of person who has lots of secrets.
Do I know you, pal?
Well, for one thing, you don't seem very happy. In fact, I would say you have a touch of depression.
And why would you say that? Oh, don't listen to him. He's just being paranoid.
I'm not being paranoid. I can see it in the way you walk, the way you talk. It's all very telling.
Listen, I'm 32 and waiting tables on a Sunday night. I know a single person like me who isn't at least a little bit depressed. So fine, you win. I suffer from a touch of very mild depression. But I don't talk to customers about that sort of thing. No, we're not customers. We're regulars.
I just have a sixth sense for these things. We can help you with your depression. We have experience with mental health issues.
Speak for yourself. I don't have mental health issues.
No, of course not. But think of us as your therapists, if you will.
If I wanted to air my dirty laundry, I'd start a TikTok. It's pretty slow in here tonight, so it's gonna be fun. Why not?
Excellent. We'll start by asking you some questions. It's important to get to the root of the problem.
Ask away if you must. Well, I've never suffered from depression. I'm too strong for that.
Classic, Aurora. Bringing the conversation back around yourself. It's even worked. Temporary at least. But even the strongest of us can be brought down by depression. Tell me, have you ever felt sad or anxious for no reason?
No, never. I'm always in control of my emotions.
Remind me, why was it that your Fringe show bombed?
What?
I'm joking around. Just joking. Glad to see you're so in charge of your emotional responses. All right, Barkeep. Have you ever felt like life is just too much to handle?
It's Morgan. And, sure. Sometimes I feel like I'm just drowning in a sea of sadness.
Oh, that is ridiculous! Life is for enjoying. You need to toughen up. Oh, I think I could make a living at this. I could be a self-help influencer too.
Let's sidestep your always telling analysis for the moment. Depression is a real illness and needs real treatment, but we can help you with that.
You two came from that psychiatrist's office, right?
Precisely correct, yes. Although we prefer the larger umbrella term therapists for legal reasons.
Oh, you're a therapist. I didn't realize they employed so many doctors over there. Really, I'm fine. I do appreciate your concern.
Sure, do not mention it.
Oh, really? To anyone. Just don't mention it at all.
We're here to help. Let's talk about your childhood. That's usually where these issues start.
Childhood? What are you talking about? Well, I had great childhood.
Are you sure? Sometimes childhood traumas can resurface later in conversational quirks that are not entirely productive.
I'm positive. My parents loved me. I had plenty of friends. I was always the center of attention. If anything, childhood was the best time in my life.
I see. How about you, Barkeep? Did you have a difficult childhood?
It's Morgan. Sure, yeah. My parents fought all the time, and I never felt like I belonged anywhere.
Yeah, well, that's no excuse, Morgan. You need to just get over it and move on. We've all got problems, Morgan.
Not everyone can just move on. Hey, we're all works in progress, right?
Yeah, we're all working so hard.
Look, I have mental health challenges too, so I understand you.
I see. And how has that affected your life?
Oh, it's been quite the challenge, let me tell you. I used to be very manipulative, very selfish, but with the help of therapy, I've learned how to be a good person. I honestly want to make a positive impact on the world.
Well, then I have a mental health challenge too. I'm sure you were wondering. I'm supposedly a narcissist. It's a very, very famous and important disability.
I see. Well, change can be like a dance. It can be, beautiful, it can be graceful, or it can be awkward and involve like a lot of stepping on toes. What are you doing to work on improving yourself?
Oh, well, I realized I need to focus on listening to other people more. I spent far too much time just focused on myself, but I can change. After all, if the universe does revolve around me, and I want to make the world a better place, then I have to start with myself, right?
Logic is irrefutable. It's all about self-improvement. We can't change the world until we change ourselves first.
Yeah, sure. I'm impressed by your dedication to self-improvement and to be doctors on top of all of it. Although you're nothing like the other doctor. Randy? Dr. Rand-McKay? He practices over there too, right?
Exactly correct. Say, our colleague did not come into work today. Can I ask you a couple questions about him?
Happy to help in any way I can.
Well, what can you tell us about the good Dr. Rand-McKay?
Let's see. He came in for the first time a couple months ago. He talked to the owner about those drink tickets. He's been using them as SpawnCon.
SpawnCon. That sounds nefarious.
SpawnCon is sponsored content. It's how influencers make their money online.
Dr. Randy is a genius as an influencer.
But, that's really all I can tell you.
Oh, well, shit.
Did I overhear you talk about Dr. Randy?
Yes, you know him? Wait, let me guess. Depression.
I'm not depressed, but I probably should be since alcohol is a depressant.
No, wait, I think I know. It becomes Napoleon complex. Wait, is that the thing? Oh, would I have it too? Oh, maybe it's a strength then.
I have no idea. Say, I'm Donald, although I know the name has fallen out of favor as of late. And you are?
I'm just a patron of a bar and a patient of Dr. Randy, wherever he is today. Do you follow his Instagram?
And his TikTok. Do you know what happened to him?
I wish I did. He was supposed to meet me today, but he never showed up. Oh, and by the way, he's not even answering his phone.
Does he say that to you too, though? By the way, it's like his catchphrase, you know. By the way, you can't love others until you love yourself.
By the way, you only get out of the universe what you put into the universe.
Get this one. By the way, a smile goes a long way in getting a good tip.
Get this one. By the way, you share many of the same traits as a typical serial killer.
Well, there's nothing much new on his socials. He tweeted about a book that he's writing, but that was a couple of weeks ago. Maybe he had an emergency come up, or maybe he just forgot. It happens to the best of us.
How can anyone forget me? Well, I mean, all of us.
Agreed. We must investigate further. He might need our help.
What do you suggest? Do you want his home address? You could go check in on him.
Good God, you had that information this entire time?
But it's on his public Facebook. It's not a HIPAA violation or anything.
That's a selfie of you and a cat. A cute cat. That's really cute.
The latest from his Facebook then. He says, in this age of influencers and hashtags, remember folks, the only person you should be trying to influence is yourself. And by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, that checks out. Well, I'm sorry to say I think we've learned all that alcohol and sadness can teach us. Time to get back on the trail.
Hey, can I tag along? Dr. Randy says I need to make more friends.
Come along, I insist. We can utilize your alleged serial killer skills. For good. Come along, I insist.
What? Well, it'll be like Dexter. We'll go over to the house and find whatever clues we can. Then we'll follow the trail wherever it leads. Don't worry, I have a gun.
Look at you doing some excellent planning right here.
I learned from the best.
What? You mean yourself, don't you?
I do. Sorry, I'm trying to be better, really.
You get past this time, Aurora. Let's get back to it.
All right, but I want to hear what happens. Most folks are content to just be ordinary. But I guess being ordinary doesn't get you many subscribers these days, does it?
read a book sometime. Let's just say that psychopaths are known for being a tad bit aggressive. Odd, actually. When I think of a psychopath, I picture someone more...
Like you. Yeah, I get it. I just don't have regular emotions like other people do.
Does that make you feel isolated and lonely?
It doesn't. That's kind of the problem. I'm numb most of the time, but it's not bad. I don't have personal problems the way other people do in dealing with their emotions. I just don't have any emotions. Not usually. But honestly, I'm trying to get better to understand others' emotions.
I as well.
Yeah, me too. But hey, do you think maybe Dr. Randy was having personal problems? Perhaps one of his clients was getting a tad aggressive?
Well, it's certainly possible. Dr. Randy specializes in extreme therapy for people who aren't helped by more traditional therapy. That's why he has us doing all the bizarre stuff. You two done the screaming therapy?
Oh no! I have to protect my voice. But I've the stroking therapy. Oh, it's kind of fun, actually. Dr. Randy says, by the way, you can stop out your feelings.
I've done paint therapy.
Wait, paintings? Why don't I get to do that?
No, not painting. Paint therapy. Apparently you just throw a bunch of paint all over. He mixes it with screaming sometimes. But you have to do it outdoors, and even then sometimes people call the police. Personally, more honestly, I'd rather we focus more on stomping.
Oh, wait. Seems like this is the only locked door. No, I can't hear anything on the other side. Oh, wait. Wait. No.
Let me try. Listen, no, nothing. Do we break into it? I can ram my body against it and try to bust it open.
Oh, but let me help.
2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, that hurt me more than hurt you. You know, you probably have more mass than both of us put together here.
Oh, I have extremely sensitive shoulders. Although I'm definitely allergic to splinters. You two are doing great.
Now, are we a team or not?
Yeah, you know, I look stronger than I am. I train only the glamour muscles and those rarely. We should be smart enough to be able to find a key, right?
Maybe. Or maybe we should just go or call the police. Should we be doing this? I have to say, I don't know if we're here to help him or to satisfy our own curiosity. Are we doing this for the right reasons? I honestly don't know how I feel about this. I honestly don't know.
Well, I want to be a better person. More importantly, I want to prove that I'm a good person. I want to do something so selfless that everyone will just know I am good. And I think this adventure will help us all in the end.
I mean, and I do want to learn empathy. I mean, I want to understand other people's perspectives and feelings for my acting. Well, and for my own edification.
I really do want to control my impulses, but this feels so impulsive. Even if I don't want to help him, if I just go about the motions, it's just as good, right?
Well, words I live by.
It could work. But tell me, for the sake of argument, why would anyone have a problem with our therapist?
Well, when you're helping someone, you have to ask tough questions. And it sometimes felt like Dr. Randy was getting too close to the truth. He was asking too many questions. He was trying to change me. And if I felt that way, You know others did too.
What are you saying? Did you do something to Dr. Randy?
I didn't do anything. But if somebody did, we're on their trail. They'll probably come after us next.
I was told I was paranoid. Chuck? Who's coming to get us?
I can't say for sure, but I know a lot of his patients are pretty unstable. His social media posts get tons of attention. A lot of it is hostile. It's the internet, after all. People don't like being told what to do. People don't like being told that they need to change. And now, I'm guessing one of his followers is out for revenge. On all of us!
Revenge! On all of us! But why?
We represent everything his top fans hate. We represent change. We represent progress. And they can't stand it.
Well, okay, now I'm starting to feel a little scared. I'm just going to hold this gun for a moment.
I have an idea. But we're all going to need to work together if we're going to pull it off.
Well, what is it?
We need to lure this unhinged TikToker out into the open, and we take him down. Unless... wait. Do you think I'm overthinking it?
I think you're my new favorite person.
Huh?
Sorry, I'm fickle. How do we take this deranged TikToker down?
Well, I have an idea. I mean, it's tricky, but it might be our only option. One of us needs to go into the open and call out, what even is gaslighting anyway? And remember, I have a gun.
Yes! And we use ourselves as bait. We pretend to be vulnerable, and we wait for them to strike. And when they emerge, we strike back. You see, now I'm feeling things. What a rush!
But wait, why do you think they're out after us specifically?
When Dr. Randy didn't show up for his appointment, I went into his office, and I noticed that our names were on his calendar, but someone had slashed at it, cut it open. Our files were missing. The doors were still open.
Good God, we didn't notice any of that. How incredibly confident of you. Hey, his computer's right here. I don't suppose you're going to use a hacker.
Oh,
What did you do?
I just hit all of the keys really quickly. Were you watching me? How they do it on television?
Alright, back to the drawing board. So how do we set this trap?
We need to make it seem like we're vulnerable and uninformed. Like we have bad boundaries. We need to make it seem like we're alone and we need help.
But how do we do that?
We use our personalities to our advantage. Donald, you can use your charm and your charisma to lure them in. Aurora, you can use your vanity and your ego to make them underestimate you. And I can use my coldness and my detachment to make them think I don't care about anything.
Someone has done the readings. Dr. Randy would be so proud.
Thank you, Donald. I may be a work in progress, but I'm trying to be better. Oh. It's getting dark outside, so one of us goes outside and acts like we're injured. Maybe psychologically, maybe physically. Aurora, you can go around and limp around for a bit. They'll see you and then they'll strike.
She has the gun. We can't risk losing that out there.
Yes. It's my plan, so I'll do it. Aurora, cover me. Ouch. Ow. Ouch.
no. They can ruin everything.
Hey, Chuck. Hey, Laura. How you two doing?
Chuck, this really doesn't look like an attack.
I'm doing all right, Morgan. I'm fine. I just have a bad cramp, is all. We both have cramps. There, see? It's all better now.
Well, glad I caught up with you. Did you find Dr. Randy?
Great to see you, Barky. Say, we don't want you to get in trouble with your employer, so how about you just don't be a part of this?
Oh, don't worry about it. I already talked to my boss. She knows where I am, what I'm doing. You saw how slow it was in there today.
Well, that's good work. We're looking for clues, and so far, no luck.
Oh, wait! Is this the book he was tweeting about?
Let me see this. A narcissist, a psychopath, and a Machiavellian walk into a bar. Breaking Boundaries with the Bizarre by Dr. Rand-McKay, therapy TikTok sensation with over 10 million subscribers.
Oh.
That's really strangely accurate, right?
Well, the alliteration is terrible, but what does it mean?
It has to be significant. It can't be a coincidence.
Maybe it's a joke. Do you think someone's playing a prank on us?
Maybe it's a message. Maybe it's a warning. Maybe it's a challenge.
Well, now you're just saying things to say things.
Oh, no, hold on. Wow, look at this. Our names are mentioned specifically. I mean, we're not just part of the story. We're the main characters.
Aha, your wife's ambition. Let me see. Wait a minute. This is terrible. This says all these things about me. Things I've done that I'm not proud of.
Things about me, too. Things I've tried to keep hidden.
Wait, there are things about me, too. Things I've never told anyone, not even my family. And wait a minute. Why is my story third after the two of you? My diagnosis was first in the title.
If it's any consolation, I don't think I'm mentioned in there at all. Although it's always been, a life's work of mine to keep a low profile. Wouldn't want to become some sort of viral meme or hashtag.
Don't we have to confront him about this? And make him pay for what he's done, right?
Yes, he has to face the consequences of his actions.
And
What a hypocrite.
And we will do it together. We need to stick together as a team no matter what.
You're right. No. We're not just a narcissist, a psychopath, and a Machiavellian. Like a bartender.
I do improv, too.
We are also survivors, and we won't let anyone take that away from us.
You said Dr. Randy did all of this. It just seems like really, really unprofessional. Then again, I guess professionalism doesn't get anybody any likes and views these days, does it?
No, but it really doesn't make sense. I mean, I have paid him so much money, and we've all been telling him our deepest secrets. Why would he do this? I'm an actor. This could ruin my career. Do you think he's trying to ride my coattails to fame and fortune by name-dropping me?
You'd have to ask Dr. Randy. You'd have to ask him what he hopes to achieve.
Well, and what about the therapy? I mean, what about the progress we've been making? Do we even believe in any of that?
I do. We can still show that we're good people by righting this injustice, this betrayal. Hey, I think I do hear something behind the door.
Oh,
Be careful, Donald. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
wait! I have an idea! Oh, hope you take Annex.
Do you need some help?
Oh! Wow! Oh, I
We have to do something.
Yeah.
We have to make this right.
We have to untie her.
No.
I think we should go to the authorities. I mean, we can't let him continue to practice if he's willing to betray our trust like this. And, most of all, our past cannot be published.
And what about HIPAA?
Well, should we at least take out the gag?
Let's just think this through for a moment. If we threaten his career or his reputation as an influencer, he might try to hurt us.
Oh, and what about the book? I mean, we can't let that get out. I'm an actor. The publicity could ruin my career.
We have to destroy it. Burn it, shred it, whatever it takes. We can't let it get out.
Well, there was a fire pit I saw up front, and I've got a lighter on me, but, I mean, surely you've got it backed up somewhere?
Good idea, Parky. All right, I will go and take care of it. But we can't leave him unguarded. Aurora, you have the gun. You cover him.
Well, but I couldn't, actually shoot someone. I think he knows me well enough to know that by now.
Chuck, can you handle a gun?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow! My self-esteem suddenly shot up. Hey, those are our files.
Burn all. All right, I will take care of this, but in the meantime, we need to start thinking about our next steps, because he could always just write another one. I am willing to go with whatever the group decides to see that justice is served and reputations are saved. Just do not remove this gag.
What even is a Machiavellian, anyway?
You know, I never thought to ask. Maybe Dr. Randy knows a thing or two about that, right? Oh, might be helpful if I remove the gag.
No, wait! Be careful.
Oh, what's he gonna do? Go live and plead on me for all his fans to watch? Yeah. Ugh, cooties.
Hey, you two. It's your boy, Dr. Randy here. I'm so glad you asked. A Machiavellian is a person who behaves in a manner that's cunning, scheming, and unscrupulous in order to control those around them. And listen, I'm sorry about the book.
Well, sorry isn't good enough. You put our lives on display for everyone to see. It's embarrassing.
And what about HIPAA? You were bound by law to protect our secrets. And you violated that too. I'm not finished talking.
I don't know. I should have talked to you. I'm really sorry. And by the way, many people lack a nuanced understanding of HIPAA. Can you untie me? I actually have a dance that goes along with it. Explanation of what HIPAA entails. It's called the hip shit. Yeah, right? A little down. Yeah, good.
You know, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
And I think you owe us some transparency. So, you know, where do people learn these dances anyway? And how do I get more followers? I'm not getting a lot of, organic engagement on my reels.
Aurora? Aurora?
What?
Aurora! Stop shaking your hips like that. Listen, you have to focus here, all right? This isn't influencer boot camp. Remember the book.
The book you saw Donald leave with was an early draft, I swear. I wrote the book to help others, to share the experiences and insights I gained from working with you and all of your progress. I took out your names and any identifying information. You three are my success stories. And to answer your questions, Aurora, well, it really comes down to that star quality. You know, the je ne sais quoi that makes some people pop on camera while others fall flat.
Right. But like in your professional opinion, I mean, do I have that or not?
Aurora! Is this really what you want to be asking about right now?
Fine, Chuck. Fine. Okay. Dr. Randy, I guess what I want to know right now is, oh, right, who did this to you?
Well, who do you think? orchestrate this entire elaborate ruse? Who would love to pit us against each other just to see if he could?
Oh, I get it. The whole Machiavellian thing. I should have known.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, obviously, Donald sent this holding up. Donald read this manuscript. He set us up a drinking us to all meet. He kidnapped Dr. Randy. He set this entire thing up from the get-go. But to what end?
Well. The puzzle pieces have finally unpuzzled. Oh, that sounds better in my head. What? Well done.
But why? Wait a minute. You thought that since I'm a psychopath, that since I found out about this, and I had a gun in my hand, that I might just...
Do what? Kill him! Kill Dr. Randy!
Don't be naive, Aurora. He was going to ruin the three of us. He doesn't want to help us at all, but that is how we beat him at his own game. Yeah, he tells us that we need to improve ourselves, and we need to be good people.
Donald, come on. We're all works in progress. And I meant that every time I said it. People can change themselves for the better.
Well, I'm trying, and I am not here to do your dirty work, Donald.
Yeah, well, I'm trying too.
Well, I actually did it. I nabbed the bad guy and served him up on a silver platter for the both of you. I am the hero of this story. I'm the good guy, and I have proven my moral superiority.
Donald, maybe you want to say that last line again? Maybe a little louder?
There is a hero to this story. Well, it's not me. And it's certainly not you, Donald. It's these two.
How's that?
Oh, this would be perfect for my book. Just imagine how many copies I would sell. It's a story where about how you two came to rescue me, to save me, despite your diagnosis. And you two, yes, you two would be the heroes of that story, don't you see? And think about all the preconceived notions people have about narcissists and psychopaths. You two could rehabilitate that image. And by the way, grow your social media presence. I mean, if you want to.
By the way, it's a lot easier than going to prison for murder.
By the way, I am the hero of all of my own stories.
Oh, so now I'm the bad guy? And no, by the way, I'm the one who sought justice. I'm the one who made a plan and carried it out to save your reputations.
I just want to interject here. This has nothing to do with my reputation. My online presence is pristine.
Here's the thing. My wife left me. And so I started seeing a shrink so I could still see my kids. And it might have been all bullshit, but I am better than this. I am more than just my diagnosis. I am a beautifully complex human with a touch of the dark side. We all are. You can be too, Donald.
Can be. I am. And everyone needs to see the irrefutable proof that I'm a good person. You don't even know the half of it. This man is a charlatan. He's a con man. It's all about his image. All he cares about is to be famous and rich off of our torments. God damn it! For once in my life, I can prove that I'm a good person and not some psychobabble caricature.
But Donald, I mean, I don't even think of you as a Machiavellian.
Really?
Absolutely not.
You folks say that with so much confidence?
Yes, a Machiavellian manipulates others towards his own ends, right?
In theory, but we all manipulate. She manipulates us with her beautiful smile. I manipulate her with shallow, empty compliments. We all do it. Dr. Randy does it for a living. What is influencing if not manipulating?
Forgive me if I get this wrong, but in order to be a card-carrying Machiavellian, don't you have to successfully pull off some schemes? I mean, today you have been breathtakingly incompetent.
Yeah. None of your schemes worked at all. Can I call myself a plumber if I can't even unclog a drain?
You know, being a narcissist is easy, but being a successful Machiavellian, well, that's a little demanding, and I'm sorry, Donald, but you suck at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's even in the DSM-5 that you have to occasionally have success. Maybe I misdiagnosed you, Donald.
Well, never thought about it like that. Well, thanks. But for the sake of argument, Chuck, I don't just think of you as some psychopath either.
I do appreciate that, Donald.
Aurora, I just think of you as being just great.
I know!
I know I have some unorthodox techniques, but they work. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, sorry, bad habit.
What do you mean they work? This has all been a complete mess.
But just look at how you all work together as a team, and you're all there for one another. This is wonderful, stuff. Chuck, I said you should make new friends, and you did. And what are our friends but our first followers? We're more than a therapy group. We're a viral sensation waiting to happen. Now, who wants to be the breakout star?
No! You don't get to take credit for it. All you've accomplished here is not getting shot. Yet.
That gun doesn't have any bullets. Didn't you notice the orange tip? This is a children's toy, Aurora. But it did give you a sense of security power in the moment. Gun therapy, people. It's like Russian roulette, but with emotions. But don't worry, the only thing we're shooting is fear.
Wait a minute. You're the real Machiavellian.
And how does that make you feel?